You're right, come through, I'll watch the passenger side, you just keep an eye on the driver's side. G'day guys, Carl from Navigator Travel. Today I'm out at Pecolbin State Forest. Absolutely spectacular spot. This little lookout I know. The Hunter Valley's worst kept secret. Have a look at this view. It really doesn't get much better than this. The reason I'm out of the bush today is I wanted to show you guys my new Uniden handheld radio. So I got an Xtrak 50. I was looking for a new handheld radio because I had a little 1 watt radio that was old as the hills and it just became unreliable. Started looking at small, low wattage units again. I went, maybe I'll buy a good one. That's when I come across this one. Now, this is a full 5 watt radio. The reason I actually bought it is because you could buy a car kit for it to turn it into a vehicle mounted radio, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'll show you all that stuff in a minute, but I'll just tell you a little bit about this thing. It's a 5 watt radio, like I say. So they claim up to 17 kilometre range, and of course that's just all to conditions, but potentially you can get 17 kilometres out of it. 30 hours operating time, so that'll be based on how much you use it. It's waterproof, it's got a 2 watt speaker, OLED display, and it comes with 3 years warranty. You've got a heap of different functions in it. You can turn it from 5 watt to 1 watt for power saving. Similar to use, it's got a twist knob to power it on, power it off. I don't know why these LED displays never show up properly on camera, but the display's unreal. It shows all the stuff you need to see on the screen, tells you what channel you're on, what mode it's in, shows you your battery, all the usual things you would expect from UHF. So the battery is a 2700 milliamp hour lithium battery. You can run it as a 1 watt radio or you can run it as a 5 watt radio. Of course, if you run it as a 1 watt radio, it'll last a lot longer. This little red button on the side, you hit that and it actually allows you to replay the transmissions. If you hear the radio go off, but you miss it, you just...
Guys, you should get up here and check out this view.
How cool is that? It records transmissions for up to 4 minutes. Yeah, simple as that. Hit the red replay button.
Guys, you should get up here and check out this view.
And if nothing else, you can just talk to yourself. It is a function that initially I thought, I don't know if I'd use that, but the amount of times that I go, hey, what was that? Or what did you say when I'm on the radio? Well, I actually think I'm going to use that all the time. It's actually a pretty cool feature. Got a scan button on it, up and down arrows to change channels easily. It flicks through channels really fast as well. Menu button, it's got a heap of different features, heap of different functions you can change. I'll just link the website down below so you can check out the finer details. As far as UHFs go, all I look for is something that's crisp, clear and easy to use, and this ticks all them boxes. So I just want to show you all the stuff that comes with it. So obviously you get the unit itself, the 5 watt radio, you get the charging dock, you get the AC adapter for it, you also get the DC adapter for it. You get a wide microphone, so handheld mic. The other thing that comes with it as well is this little like clip-on security guard style mic. And initially I thought, where would I even use that? So the amount of times I go and operate open cab machines for one of my mates, it's really perfect. So whilst you might look a little bit silly, you can see the earpiece in there, it is actually quite handy because you just push the button and talk. One thing I've realised is this earpiece, you can actually put earmuffs over the top. Like I say, it's one of the things that initially when I looked at it, I went, you look like an idiot using that. And then once I realised the use of it, I went, that's actually really cool. So this here is the car kit. That's what comes with it. The charging dock, the aerial, and then the magnetic bracket. So all this stuff here. And then obviously the other bit stuck to my dash already. So the magnetic aerial, it's a 2.5 dBi. Got 3 meters of cord on it. I think this was around 130 bucks, so not really expensive. Everyone's seen these magnetic mounts, they're pretty cool, but what's different about this is this little piece here actually plugs into the back of the radio. The Uniden clip that comes on the back of the radio, pop it off, it clips into place. That's simple. Magnetic holder. The charging dock clips on the back, into the SIG socket, grab the handpiece, And now, essentially, you've got a vehicle-mounted, wired, removable UHF. Now, I'm not going to replace my Uniden X76. If you're interested in this, I do actually have another video on this. It's been a beautiful radio. Because I was in the market for a handheld, they gave me the opportunity to try this out. And I really like the idea that you can just have a portable radio that's essentially a wired radio. So, aerial, magnetic base, just literally magnet it to the roof. With my roof rack, I would just literally run it down one of the channels, so if it does come adrift, which I don't think it would, but if it does, you're guaranteed that it's not going to go far. Back up to the unit, unscrew the handheld aerial, little attachment point, little screw connection point there, literally just put it in and screw it in. And that's literally all there is to it. And you can see how simple it is. It creates a fixed radio option. And if you wanted to turn it back into a handheld radio, literally just unclip it. Takes 2 minutes to change everything back over. Earpiece on the dash, radio mounted, still easy to see. Got the charging cradle, aerial hooked in, follows up behind the seat, comes up beside the door, out of the way. Just a real thin wire, so it doesn't actually affect anything. And then aerial mounted to the roof. So as you can see, from driving position, the way I've got that set up, literally just clip off the dash and talk to your mates, say what you want, and then just as simply clip it straight back up on the dash mat. No fuss, simple as. I think for people that don't want permanent mounted solutions, I think this is definitely a good option. It took me a minute to work that out. I finally found a setting that'll show the screen. Very crisp, very sharp. Just want to show the channels. So it flicks through channels really quick. One thing I want to show as well is this charging dock is actually quite tight against the radio, so it's not going to just vibrate out as you drive along. The magnetic mount is actually quite strong, so it takes a bit of effort to pull it off the mount, which is good because then you can guarantee that it's going to stay in place. I think it's good because you can go from a handheld radio becoming a mounted radio in a matter of a couple of minutes, still having power, still having a full 5-watt 80 channel UHF. Anyway, that's the Uniden Xtrak50. If you're interested in them, I'll link them down below, check them out. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Do you think this is a viable option to run as your primary radio for your car? I like the concept, I think it's a good idea. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. And until next time guys, go travel.